Hi, this is Lee Benz, the home scholar, and a mom was just asking me, what does she do about violin and dance that her child is involved in, and how do you put that on a transcript? I do talk about that quite a bit on my total transcript solution, so if you need help with that, then that would be a good resource for you. It also includes 20 minutes per week for a month that you get to talk to me, and that's a great way to get specific questions that are very specific and unique to your homeschool, and you can get those questions answered and know exactly what to put on your transcript. So let me talk just for a moment about violin and dance and how do you put that on a transcript. One of the easiest ways is for you to simply count the amount of hours that your child spends. And so if your child spends 1 hour per day most of the school year on one particular subject like that, then that would be a high school credit. If she spends 1 hour a day on violin and 1 hour a day on dance, and she does that all year round, then you'll know you'll have 1 credit in each of those things, okay? Now, one of the things that will happen though with somebody who likes violin and dance is that pretty quickly you're gonna rack up just a whole bunch of fine arts credits. And so what I would say is that that is perfectly fine for you to do. It is very normal for an art lover to really have quite a few art credits, and that's just great. If your child was in a public school, maybe they would take band and orchestra and choir and get 3 credits per year, and if you have 3 credits per year too, that's fine. You want to make sure that you're not double dipping, so you can't really say, oh, she's doing violin and she sings and she's doing it at the same time, so we're going to have 1 credit of each. It doesn't work that way. You want to count each hour just 1 time, but that's how you put that on your transcript. When you are talking about something like the fine arts or delight-directed learning, it can really help you to write course descriptions about those so that the colleges will know really what you mean when you say you have 1 credit of violin and 1 credit of dance. Exactly how did you determine that credit and exactly what was incorporated in that. And the way to write those course descriptions would be to write out everything that you've done about it. So for example, one of my Gold Care members yesterday was asking me questions about that, and she was listing all of these things that her child did and said, is that enough for a credit? And so one of the things I told her was just count hours, and don't ask me, count hours, because that will determine your credit. But the other thing I told her is to save that list, because that list of all those things that her child did, that becomes the foundation of her course description. And all you need to do is take that big list, write it into a paragraph, and then all of a sudden, presto, your course description is done. So I hope that helps. If you need more help, you know where to find me. You can go to the Total Transcript Solution, and I can provide 1 month of consulting for you. I hope that helps.